I've been looking for a 10-year limited whiskey that Crown Royal released marking the 150th birthday of Manitoba in order to round out my Master Series collection, or so I thought. Well, now I have it, but I was totally wrong in saying that's what I needed. Let's see if I can possibly explain this just a little bit better right after we roll that intro. A variety of limited editions have been released by Crown Royal, but they have all been released in Canada only. And throughout the entire time I have been making my videos on Crown Royal and the 4 different series that exist, like the Signature, Flavor, Master, and Noble collections, I was unaware that Crown had different releases for America than it had for Canada, or even Japan and Asia, as well as Europe and Italy. My information has mostly been correct thus far as it pertains to the American releases, but I have always thought that the 10-year Manitoba 150 was in fact part of the American Master Series, but it's not. So that's good news in some aspects for me, because that means I actually have 34 of the 34 Crown Royal whiskeys that are currently released in America. I talk about this more in my video titled My Mistakes and Corrections in My Crown Royal Collection. But for now, let's talk about the limited series and my limited knowledge about these limited releases. Boy, that was a mouthful. The limited series, as pictured, is strictly for Canada and its 10 provinces. And of course, Gimli, which happens to be the home of Crown Royal, it's located on Lake Winnipeg in the Manitoba province. And apparently, Crown Royal has released a number of limited editions. Now, they vary in blue necks and clear necks, and I'm not sure what other kind of neck types. They also vary in regular limited, a 10-year limited, a 15-year limited, and honestly, I'm unsure of any others that may exist. They've released a Canada 150 edition, which included a release for each of the 10 provinces. A Manitoba 150 edition. They have released Poker Box limited editions, and others I'm not quite sure of. And with each edition likely being produced in sets of some nature, it's a bit overwhelming for me at this particular time to know much more about them. But I promise to continue to learn, research as much as I can to ensure that the information that I pass along to you is correct. As for my collection, I have currently added a clear neck 10-year limited, which is the Manitoba 150. And I would like to send out a huge thank you to Lloyd Young of Canada for getting me the proper box and bag that wasn't available where I bought the bottle. They also produced the Manitoba 150 in a series of blue neck bottles, which I now have also added to my collection. Thanks to Derek Daigle, hope I get your name right, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It is currently without a box because I failed to buy it at the time, but thanks to Derek, he is still making that available to me very soon. Then I also grabbed a regular Blue Neck Limited, which I understand is very common in most of Canada's special releases. I think it's a bit similar to Crown Royal creating new bags in America, like the Camel bags, the NFL bags, the NBA, racing bags, etc., that all feature a bottle of the Fine Deluxe whiskey. Theirs just happens to feature the limited, I'm guessing. Although I do know that some of Canada's special releases also come with the Fine Deluxe, just as it does here in America. I do also have my first poker box edition that contains a yellow marking on the neck. This bottle also has an etched in serial number on the back of the bottle. These bottles are also available in a red neck or red marking around the neck, and I believe white is also available. I do have a red marking neck arriving in just a few short weeks. I doubt that I will continue to collect many of the Canadian releases, but I really wanted a couple of these bottles in this particular shape. And now that I have a few, I should just be happy. But I also know that there are a few others that are specific releases to places like Italy and even Japan that I will be looking into. In fact, I already have a couple of specific Italian releases headed my way, but we will talk about those after I receive them in an upcoming video. And also keep an eye out for some new planned videos about Crown Royal and its military connection, as well as the Crown Royal Rodeo Collection and others. So until the next time, thanks as always for watching, and please hit that subscribe button and watch my collection continue to grow. We'll see you again.